changes.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Pony Talk Podcast. As always, I am your host, Deshi101, here joined by Inconspicuous Brony. Once again, guys, say hello to every pony.
28,565.
Okay, that's how we start off the podcast. So guys, wow. Episode time.
What an episode.
Yeah, we have today episode 20, not of Pony Talk, but of the actual season. A health of information. A health for information. Okay. I mean, it's not the most catching title, but
unfortunately it was spoiled on who was in the episode, so I'm like, oh, cool, we got Zecora. Excellent.
Yeah. Didn't we have Zecora?
That would have been nice to not know about.
We just had Zecora, didn't we? Like, not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just last episode.
We got like we did break a record, I guess. Well, not really a record, but something happened that no one thought would have happened ever.
Yeah.
Zecora didn't rhyme.
You know, I don't know, but now that Zecora is back on the MLP boat, I guess you could say, or the episode boat, she's back on the screen after so long, like 2 seasons. So yeah, and she's back again in this episode. So, let's begin the episode review. We have, so as I said, a health of information. And we start off with, at a swamp, which, the swamp, no, not Shrek Swamp, but, yeah.
Got a new swamp, more to add to the map.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking this might be in the Everfree Forest, you know?
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Seeing as,
100% dash guarantee.
Cliche flower poison.
Yeah, because
Why
not?
joke.
Yeah. So, the episode begins at a swamp, and we see Zecora and Fluttershy there, and Fluttershy wants Zecora to collect this crisscross moss. And it rhymes, because we gotta have everything that rhymes with Zecora related. For Fluttershy's Sweet Feather Sanctuary, and during this moss collection, Zecora falls into, the water, the swamp water. And she floats past a lily pad flower, spraying her with this, chemical or poison, whatever it is. They say pollen in this, article, but, Zecora emerges from the water, and she is covered in these orange spots, which we know these spots very well. They're a different color, but we know she got poisoned. And later to find out, Fluttershy is alarmed, and she is quickly rushed to Dr. Horse's office. What?
So
what? Is that seriously? Yeah, it is.
That's the official name, but I think it's just Ponyville Hospital.
Yeah, well, that's the name of the doctor, Dr. Horse. Huh. So
Dr. Horse, are you serious?
Yeah, Dr. Horse, I'm not even joking you. Yeah. Now they're starting to run out of names just like Hollywood. Thanks, Hasbro.
Touché.
So Zecora is sitting down in the doctor's office, kind of like how with Spike and Twilight were that one time. I just accidentally hit the desk. And Zecora's coughing up bubbles, so why not?
Literal bubbles.
Literally. And she finds out by Dr. Horse that she's got a rare case of swamp fever. Dun dun dun! So,
No.
yeah, we got bubble coughs and shock sneezes. And this is very, very, not good for Zecora. She's not looking healthy at all. And the doctor's like, well, wait, no, not the doctor. Zecora, she's like, doctor, is there anything we can do? And he's like, unfortunately,
Not. There's never been a found cure.
Yeah.
Which obviously we knew was going to happen.
yeah, that's obviously so.
Every single obscure disease in this world. Oh, there's no cure. Oh, look, we found a cure in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah,
There
because
you go. Problem solved.
logic. So, well, when we get closer and closer to, where, yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything. So, Fluttershy feels very guilty for getting Zecora sick, and she takes it in her own hooves to go find this cure for Zecora, while Zecora is going to be home in her bed while she's going to turn into a tree, because why not? And you know, again, okay, Hasbro, this is one thing and stuff. I understand the Brody fandom has its jokes and stuff like that, but guess what? What is it with Fluttershy and the trees? I swear to God, you know, come on now. That's almost
to be a tree.
it's almost getting as old as the dab. I mean, come on now.
Oh no, not the dab.
Not the dab. So Fluttershy, basically is wondering how am I going to find the cure? What's going to happen? So Fluttershy finds out, oh, I should go to Twilight's, and then I think Zecora brings up something, about a mare in the mask or something like that. How it like helped heal ponies or something. This pony helped heal them, and she basically had all the cures. So there was
We need to go see her.
yeah, we need to go see her. So Fluttershy is like, well, I don't know any pony who'd know this, and unfortunately, this pony has been gone for, I guess, generations now, as Zecora described. And Fluttershy then realizes, ooh, I know the exact pony that will help. Let's go to Twilight. So she goes to her castle, leaves Zecora behind while she's in her bed. And what were you gonna say?
Happened. I got seriously dunked on just because. But she said, "Well, I know exactly what I can get to. If we need to figure this out and get there quickly." I'm like, "Oh yeah, she's gonna get Raven Dash. Thank you. I needed this." And they're like, "Nope, you got Twilight."
Yeah, it was, I don't know.
Twilight is just Dash is way better.
I guess the Twidash confirmed. Ooh, right. So Fluttershy arrives at the Castle of Friendship. That's what it's called. And
It's the Castle of Friendship.
yeah, well, it makes sense. So Fluttershy looks through all the rooms. Twilight, where are you? Finally finds her in the kitchen while she's got like stuff all over her, basically just powder from her
Okay.
yeah, her cooking, which was, I don't know exactly what they were cooking, but she asked for help, and Twilight's like, oh, Fluttershy, perfect, you're just in time for me and Spike's cook-off. And Spike is making I guess he like added vegetables to it or something like that. It was like a vegetable thing, and Twilight made like muffin kind of things. And Fluttershy insists on telling Twilight that Zecora is sick, we need to go help her, and she is quickly rushed out of the kitchen, and Spike all by himself in the kitchen.
Yeah, we did mushroom somethings, and then I think it was just muffins.
Yeah, I don't know. Good thing Derpy wasn't there, though.
It would be great if Derpy was there.
Derpy would be just...
Fluttershy.
yeah. Well, guess what? and later on, we discovered Spike ate all the Twilight's muffins, so, yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't really decide who won. Maybe he just liked the taste of the muffins better.
That, I guess his cooking isn't good for his taste, he just wanted to cook something. I don't know. But Twilight and Fluttershy are in the library, and they are looking for a cure, or this pony, sorry. They're looking for this pony, the masked pony, I don't know what they call, but, anyway, they look and look in her ginormous library all night. Well, Fluttershy does. Twilight tells her, well, Fluttershy, it's kind of getting late. She realizes it's late. Twilight goes to bed, and Fluttershy startles Twilight the next morning, falls out of her bed, says, oh, I put this book with this book, and it finally came together, so I'm going to go there. And Twilight's like, wow, I'm so impressed with you, Fluttershy. You actually used research, because we know Twilight, to figure out this. But the only problem is what's going to happen? How are we going to get there? How do we know? And she's like, oh, I got this. We're going to go over there. And Twilight's like, now? It's like breakfast time. Fluttershy holds up a paper brown bag because, you know, brown bags are still in. They're still good for
Brown
life.
bags are amazing.
Yeah, brown bags are life. And, Fluttershy then says, oh, it's what Spike hooked up, or, well, the name of what it was. And Twilight's like, aw, you didn't pack my stuff? And Twilight comes out and says, oh, I ate all those because they looked good. And Twilight's all happy and stuff because I guess she feels like she won. So, flying to this abandoned Bayou Village, as it's called here, in the swamp, discover of Mage Meadowbrook's old home, built out of a large twisted tree. So in this village, it's abandoned, no pony's home, but they see that tree and Fluttershy knows exactly who lived there. Which is the mayor they're trying to find. But Fluttershy tries to knock on the door, and Twilight then says, ooh, any pony that lives in a tree is in my book. And we know where that comes from. I don't need to explain that. So Fluttershy finds the doorknob because she couldn't find it, and I don't know why, but it's there. And walks into basically it looking abandoned and just left to rot. And they look around and see a bunch of different things, kind of like Zecora's home is kind of set up as. And we see that same exact flower that Zecora got poisoned with in a glass container. And Fluttershy's like, oh, maybe she actually found the cure. Let's see if there's anything lying around here that we can find. And then Twilight says, now Fluttershy, don't get too excited. And she hears a loud, like, screech, like, excited screech. And Twilight then it says, Fluttershy doesn't mean to get excited and stuff. And Fluttershy's like,
It says it,
that wasn't me.
but it wasn't her.
And
Dun,
then,
dun, dun.
yeah, dun dun dun. Yeah, so that happens, and we see Pony just sitting in a rocking chair rocking, and walks out of the darkness of the house, and Cattail, we find out, is this Pony's name. This was a descendant of Meadowbrook's, one of her home takers, and I guess he was living there. She vanished.
They just take care of the home.
Yeah, it didn't really look like it, but okay.
It's for whatever you say. I'm not from around here. I'm not gonna judge you.
Yeah.
You do you, I'll do me. We just need your help.
Yep. As Markiplier always said, He goes, you do you, I'll do me, and we won't do each other. Quote from Markiplier.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, continuing on with the lovely story. Cattail says, oh, you can look through her old books in her library. Twilight, of course, gets excited when she hears that word. Points to the library, and it's just a small bookshelf with a couple of books. And Twilight then says, oh, I guess, bookshelves come
all shapes and sizes.
Yep. And looks through the books, and Fluttershy is looking really tired, kind of like me right now, because we are recording this podcast at 10:04 at night. Yeah, guys. Just to give you.
Thanks, audio issues. That's your fault.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get a proper setup soon, guys. I am working on getting my computer done, so hopefully Pony Talks will be a lot better. Anyway, getting off subject, guys. Looks through these books and then discover a story of the healer's mask, named as Meadowbrook, as we mentioned, and she was the pony or mare who found cures to a lot of different things that were happening around in the village to help out ponies. Well, the one cure, of course, she was struggling with was this one, the swamp fever. She couldn't find a cure, and, in this part, I thought this is where the story would have ended, and they would have to find some other pony else to figure out this. I really thought it was going to come to that. What about you, Inconspicuous?
I mean, yeah, it's basically obvious outcome.
Yeah. But,
not much to say about that one.
But they did have a good twist. They did not make it come to that. Instead, they said she observed a swarm of flash bees, as what they're called, and they were not harmed by these flowers that were basically giving ponies this rare disease. So she follows them. Meadowbrook follows them to their hive, and she is trying to get their honey, because that will be, she thinks that's the cure to get rid of this disease. But, of course, the bees don't let her, sting her to almost death, I guess you could say. And they were very, very, very vicious. So it basically kind of foiled her plan until
that the power of the stare couldn't even keep them down.
No, not Fluttershy. We're still talking about the story of Meadowbrook. But she realizes her mother gave her a present, which was the mask, and that helped get the cure that she needed to basically help every pony. And yeah, so we're gonna try to summarize this as best as we can. Basically, Fluttershy is like, oh my god, we need that honey. Let's go. Go to the hive, and yeah, there. But before they are on their way to the hive, Fluttershy now has these orange spots all around her.
I wonder what it is.
It's swamp fever.
Because didn't see that one coming.
Because why not? And how did she even get that? Who knows? Yeah, so
I would assume it's contagious, because that's what was said in the story.
Yeah, but how did she even get it? Because she was far away from Zecora. That plant in the glass container was sealed, so whatever. So, and just to make the story a little more interesting, this is a theory, so don't get...
Game theory! Sorry.
Stop!
Sorry, that happened.
We're just
it was too easy.
Yeah, I know. But could that be the reason why Meadowbrook actually left? Because her home was starting to be infected with that stuff? Who knows? It's just a theory. Anyway, so Fluttershy is like, no, I'm not giving up. We're going to this hive. So they go to the hive. She's like, okay, I can interact with these bees. I talk to animals all the time. So she flies up to the tree, barely, because she's sick, and starts to talk with the bees. Of course, they don't correspond with her. The first time we see an animal not corresponding with Fluttershy properly, and they start stinging her. And Fluttershy then faints and ends up pitch black, and we see Fluttershy laying in a bed, and Twilight and Cattail right next to her, and she's like, "Where am I?" And Cattail explains, "Well, you were trying to get the honey, you failed, you fainted, and now you're here." And Twilight says, "That's not the only thing. You have been asleep for 3 days." We said that at the same time. So Fluttershy is like, "Oh my god, well, we can't wait any more longer. We gotta go." And they're like, "Hold on, Fluttershy, that's just gonna happen over again. You gotta think of another plan. Or we're gonna have to find something else. Something that Meadowbrook probably didn't discover, but it will work." And this is where Fluttershy's like, "Well, Zecora, how is she doing? She's growing a couple of branches and stuff, and it's not looking good."
That's normal, right?
Yeah, totally normal. So Fluttershy's like, "We don't have time to look for another cure. We need to get that honey." So she's looking up and she sees the wall covered with masks and stuff, but she sees that one mask that was pictured in the story, and she's like, "Oh my god, that's the same coloration as those bees. Let me use that mask and it'll work perfectly." And so they head all over there. Twilight and Cattail are also wearing masks, not the same as Fluttershy's, but Fluttershy once again goes over there. And what the difference? It actually works. She grabs the honey enough to heal her, and they head back to Zecora's place, and Zecora just is all bleh looking. She's got twigs in her ears growing. She's just growing branches everywhere. She's starting to become a tree. Give her the magic
to be a
ear.
tree.
Yeah. I really think they went back to that Fluttershy joke. Anyway, Zecora's cured. Woohoo! Story is basically done, I think.
Done. Oh, we still got a few minutes left in the episode. Filler.
Yeah, filler episode. They're like, Zecora then says, "Oh, thank you, Fluttershy. I couldn't have done it without you. You know, it's all good." And then another pony climbs out of Zecora's window just because why not? And that is Dr. Horse with, how did we guess it? Swamp flu. Or swamp disease, I think it's called. I don't know anymore. Swamp fever. There we go. And he's like, "Have you girls found out that cure yet?" And he's
No, totally not.
Yeah. So, yep. And that's the episode. Okay. Well. Yeah, so. What do I have to say about this episode, guys? Well, it definitely is a filler episode. Give you that. It's alright, I guess.
It was a good episode.
It was a good episode.
Cora didn't rhyme for once.
Yeah.
That's unheard of.
So, yeah. Well, she did have that nasty disease, so yeah, that kind of laid that on.
Justifies it, I guess.
Yeah. So, yeah, guys. Yeah, Zecora getting sick by the swamp fever, and Fluttershy has to go because she feels guilty getting Zecora sick just because she needed this, goo for her sanctuary. Yeah. I don't know. This episode, I'm kind of meh. It was good, but it's a filler episode, so it's not my most fave at all, but it's still good. Yeah, I definitely think it kind of wrapped in with Poison Joke and just a little bit with other episodes too.
Yeah, for real.
Now, this is kind of an interesting thing. It said here in production, that this was scheduled to release on June 17th, 2017. Well, duh. But was later replaced by repeats. Repeats of parental guidance, which we covered that episode here on the Pony Talk podcast.
Unfortunately, I was not here for that one. That was my episode.
Yeah.
I went over that so hard for weeks. It was amazing.
Yeah, that was a really good episode, still to this day.
Scootaloo got adopted finally.
Oh, well, we think.
Basically did.
Yeah, it's awesome though. Yeah, so I still want to know if MLP will even do this, actually know what happened to Scootaloo's parents. Will we ever get an episode? I don't know. But, yeah, guys. So, alright. It's an okay episode. I did enjoy it. It's a repeat, and as Inconspicuous said, it's also good. But, yeah, I don't really think we have too much to say about it, but, it's good seeing Zecora once again. Second episode in a row, we've seen Zecora. So, yeah, we'll probably see her more as episodes continue. And, yeah, so, 2 more weeks, guys, till the My Little Pony official movie. Super hyped and geeked for it. I've seen the trailers and stuff as we did a live stream, not too long ago on the subject. Yeah.
A few minutes on that.
Yeah. So, the hype is real, guys. I'm super excited. I'm going to be joined by a lot of friends. I believe I mentioned this on the live stream, but I'm going to mention it again. I'm going to be joined by quite a few people, and we're going to go watch it. Dark did say he is going to go see that, so that's kind of a huge thing, especially for him. But he's mostly a willing guy that will actually look into things and actually give them a try. So I'm happy about that. And yeah, so big hype for that. We are going to do a live stream on the Pony Talk podcast for that, our thoughts on the episode. So if you haven't seen the movie, I suggest, guys, you probably shouldn't watch that. But we will
spoilers happen, obviously.
Yeah, but we will wait probably a couple of weeks after the movie is released and stuff. So you guys at least will have time to watch it, so you guys can join in the live stream, because I don't think you guys want some spoilers and stuff. I know a lot of people don't, and they get mad. I know, especially with me, I get mad when people leak episodes. I'm just gonna say that. But it's kind of a bittersweet moment right there. Yeah, that's really all I have to
say. I don't like spoilers at all.
I don't either, but some I do. So, yeah. But they did release the official album, so that's good.
Yeah.
And one of the songs I did predict in the album, which I'll probably tell you about later in Conspicuous. Anyway, guys, we're going to call that an episode right there. Thank you all so much for watching this Pony Talk podcast. Really means a lot. And if you guys out there want to join, just comment down below saying you want to join the Pony Talk podcast, and we will get you hooked up, and it could be your lucky day. End results, guys, episode was good, and yeah, and guys, if you have any input into this episode, let me know down also in the comments below, because
we want to hear all about it.
We want to hear your guys' thoughts. You probably have a lot more than we do. But, yeah, I don't know. Be interesting. And, as always, Inconspicuous, thank you so much for coming on. The Pony Talk podcast really means a lot. And,
No problem. I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely. That's the episode there, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, share, favorite, and don't forget to subscribe, guys. And as always, we'll see you in the next Pony Talk podcast, guys. Peace out. Bye.